Welcome back to Richo Hobby and Art. We recently went down to Chattanooga, so I got a new coaster for my coaster collection. You may remember this item here. It's from the Lookout Mountain Incline Railway. That's outside of Chattanooga. We didn't go on that this time. We went to Rock City, but I did pick up this nice postcard. Not postcard, I'm sorry, coaster. One of these kind of coasters, and more magnets, which will show up in a future magnet video. But you came here to see the Armillary. So this is an Armillary I got from an antique store, consignment store, though it's really nothing antique about it. It's got a pad, felt base. I'm going to say that this is pretty much something that you would put on a table, a desk ornament. But it's based on a 2nd century design or 2nd century item called a Armillary Sphere. And there's lots of videos out there on how those things work. This is a very basic version of one. Here are some others that I have seen at some at different botanical gardens. Here's one that I worked on several years ago at Tryon Palace. It was a garden statue, and I used it, it was part of an exhibit on our gardens, and I fixed it up. I had to add some parts, and my volunteers helped me get it back into shape. So, and I conserved this one at one point. After I bought it, I kind of polished it. This is mainly a brass item, and so I used some brass polish and then put some wax on it. There's nothing really hugely scientific about this thing, but I will go over what it has if you're interested. First of all, the base has Roman numerals around the side of it, and actually 12 is up here. And I would assume that it might need to, and it does swivel around, but when it swivels, it kind of loosens too. So you can have it point towards the 12, and maybe it works like a sundial. That wasn't the initial point of a Armillary. It wasn't originally a sundial. It could be used as one. It was really for figuring out where the different star patterns were within where the Earth was. And sometimes there will be a sphere in the middle which will act as your Earth. And most Armillaries have lots of different rings inside, and this is a very basic one. Rings that would be the equator, the tropical Cancer and Capricorn, and all those different rings. And again, this one's very basic. I think it's just for show. So anyway, we have the numbers on the bottom, and then there are actually numbers inside. If you can see inside, there are actually numbers in here. I'm going to tighten this back up. So inside on this ring, there are Roman numerals, and I can't tell if they go up or down or what's going on in there. And so, I mean, I see 11, 11, 10, 9, 8. So on this end, they seem to go in order up through 10. Yeah, I guess it is 11, 12. And sometimes this refers to days of the month. And it could be that's what it is. Along this axis, this vertical axis, there are kind of stamped images of what I believe are the different constellations. So the zodiacal signs are usually, for the constellations, are based on a northern sky and a southern sky. And I'm not sure if this is the northern sky and this is the southern sky. That would seem the way it works on a normal Armillary if this is the Earth. But I'm not sure if that works here. So normally for the northern sky, you have Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. For the southern sky, you have Virgo, Libra, Scorpius, Sagittarius, Capricornus, and Aquarius. Now, looking at this thing, the symbols that I could definitely make out right here, it's hard to see here, but that's definitely two fish, which would be Pisces. And then working around, I wondered if this symbol right here is the water carrier, which is the Aquarius. Now, compared to Pisces, Pisces is the northern sky, Aquarius is a southern sky, so I wasn't sure about that. Looking at some of these others, I mean, it's really kind of... This right here appears to be a four-legged creature. Now, it's probably the horned goat, which is Capricornus. But it could also be the ram or the bull, which is Aries and Taurus. And looking at some of these others, you know, this could be a crab, this could be a scorpion, this could be a four-legged beast. It's hard to tell. And same with this one down here, I thought was Leo the lion. It could also be a ram. So if this was Leo the lion, then this would be the crab. So again, these are for a northern sky, so it may not have anything to do with north and south. It may be just where they're at. And because this is a decorative item, they may not be in the correct order anyway. That's also a possibility. Other ones that I saw, I originally thought this was the twins, but I'm not sure that that's what that is. I really can't tell what that could be. I also thought this was a crab at one point, but now it's looking more like a scorpion. So that would be Scorpius. If that's Scorpius and they were in order, then this could be either the archer or the scales. And this one down here, which looks like a tomahawk, it's hard to say what that is, would be something different. And I can't even tell what this is. So, question some may have is, can this be used as a sundial? Well, the answer is I don't think so, but I did take it outside, put it out in the sun. So let's look at that video to see what I discovered when I tried doing that. Well, here it is out in the sun on my Works Pegasus. I've got it set up to 12 and it's pointing north as best as I can tell. And the shadow really is over the 6 in the back, but there's nothing over the front. So then I think, well, you know, we're in daylight savings. So we're actually an hour behind where we should be. So let's adjust it to where 1 o'clock is facing north. But I don't really get that much of a difference. So then I think, well, let's adjust the armillary on its base so we can get the shadow over the number we think it should be at, which is almost 2 o'clock. But that's, of course, on daylight savings. The end result is that this is not really being used as a sundial, and I'm not sure if that was its intended purpose or not. So, this is my Armillary Sphere. I believe it's purely made for decoration. I don't think there's anything scientific or mathematical or planetary about it. It has things that are stamped on it and stamped around it. Any functionality of it, I don't think there's any functionality to it. But if you know more about these and you think this actually can work, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching.